Yo, what's up guys, it's OGXRAYZ and welcome to the first episode of my ultimate class setup guide. In today's episode we're going to be covering the MTAR-X. We're going to talk about some of its weaknesses, some of its strong points. We're going to cover what kind of class setup you can put together that would best kind of set up this weapon. So with that being said, let's go over the class setup. We'll talk about why I put it together, and then hopefully this helps you guys do a little bit better if you're going for KEM strikes, if you're going for just high kill games, or maybe overall just improving your kill death ratio. Now, let's start with the MTAR-X. We know that it is a little bit more of an accurate weapon, and that is a strong point. It is a little bit more accurate than some of the other SMGs, so it's the kind of weapon you can take to medium range as well as up close if you really have to. So the attachment that I put on the MTAR-X is going to be the foregrip. The foregrip in Call of Duty Ghosts actually does something, and it actually improves the MTAR in terms of how accurate it becomes once you put it on. The actual concentration is a lot smaller, and you're actually able to put more bullets on the enemy without having to maneuver and try to, deal with the actual recoil of the weapon. So the MTAR-X, really good accuracy. The foregrip just makes this thing a laser from a distance, which makes it even more so stick head and shoulders above the rest of the SMGs. The next attachment that I put on here is actually going to be the silencer. Now I thought about this and I thought about putting a muzzle brake to increase the damage at a distance, but really with the MTAR-X the main focus is an SMG, and you really want to stay quiet when you're running around some of these maps. Most of the maps in Call of Duty Ghosts are rather huge. So when you're running around some of the bigger maps, which I would suggest you use a assault rifle or a marksman rifle and not so much an SMG, like on maps like Stonehaven. But if you're on smaller maps, I would suggest that you use the silencer, since it allows you to run around, kill the enemy, and since you're going to be up close, the damage drop off is not going to be as much as if you were using the muzzle brake or not using it at all. Since you're going to be up close, it's not really going to affect you. With that being said, I decided to forego having a secondary weapon, and what I end up using for the perks are, something that's really going to help you guys, especially if you're rushing, if you're trying to be very objective. The first perk I'm using is Sleight of Hand. That allows you to reload a lot faster. It's great if you're going to be running around constantly, especially since the MTAR-X doesn't have a huge clip size. It's a little bigger than some of the other SMGs, but being able to reload faster is always a plus. The second perk that I'm using is Focus. This is a great one, especially since the SMG, the MTAR, is the kind of weapon that you can actually take to medium range. Being able to have that more little bit of accuracy when you're getting shot at helps you take out more enemies that are using, faster shooting weapons or using weapons that do more damage. So the third perk that I put on here is the Scavenger perk. Although the MTAR does have a little bit more ammo, it does not mean it's infinite, so you should be able to pick up ammo packs and be able to replenish that ammo scavenger. I use it in every single one of my classes because I hate running out of ammo and having to resort to running to someone to pick up their gun, or having to switch out for a secondary that isn't as powerful. So go ahead and slap that Scavenger perk on there. The next perk that I'm using is Steady Aim. The MTAR, one of its great strong suits is that it has a pretty good hip spray, better than assault rifles, better than marksman rifles, sniper rifles, LMGs. The SMG's head and shoulders are above the rest in terms of hip firepower, and if you use the Steady Aim, you're going to be able to, kind of pre-fire around corners, get people before you ADS. It's a really good perk that I would recommend on any SMG. The last perk that I'm using, probably the best one in the whole setup, is the Ping perk. This one allows you to spot enemies that are nearby. If you kill someone, it sends out a sonar, kind of like a mini UAV, that allows you to pick up anyone who's not using the off-the-grid perk. And more than anything, it's the perfect perk to use with SMGs because you're going to be close quarter, you can be clearing out rooms. Maybe you cleared out one room, you don't know who's in the next. If you have the ping, you might be able to spot them, again, if they're not using off-the-grid. For the strike package, I would recommend you use any kind of setup you want. If you guys want to see a KEM strike setup, you guys can ask me. And that's what I like to use. Again, you can use whatever you want, but hopefully this class setup helped you guys out, and hopefully you guys do a lot better with the MTAR-X. It's a great weapon to use, in my opinion, the best SMG in Call of Duty Ghosts. So hopefully you guys give this a try, give this class setup a try, and hopefully it works for you guys and you end up seeing improvements in maybe your kill to death ratio, your win loss, and any kind of other situation. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, remember to slap a like and a favorite, and if you guys are new and have not already subscribed, feel free to do so. I'm on my way to 50,000 subscribers, so any help you guys could give me would be much appreciated. Thanks for all the support, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm OGXRAYZ. I'm out. Peace.